President El-Sisi holds talks with South Africa's Lamula on regional developments and Palestinian support. Foreign Minister Abdel-Ati reaffirms Egypt's commitment to Lebanon's sovereignty in meetings with officials. And the 45th Cairo International Film Festival kicks off with stars in attendance, showing solidarity with Palestine and Lebanon. You're watching the latest updates from Egypt on Qnews. Let's move on to the latest developments. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has held talks with South Africa's Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Ronald Lamula, focusing on regional developments and the joint commitment of Egypt and South Africa to supporting the Palestinian cause. Presidency spokesperson Ambassador Ahmed Fahmy reported that the meeting also addressed ongoing efforts to secure a ceasefire, stressing the critical need for unified international action to de-escalate tensions and contain the conflict. Discussions further included pressing African issues, avenues to strengthen cooperation through the African Union, and initiatives to enhance security and peace across the continent. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Deputy Prime Minister Kamel El-Wazir have held a press conference to address key national and international issues. During the conference, Madbouli reaffirmed Egypt's firm stance on the establishment of an independent Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital. Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati has returned to Egypt with 294 Egyptian citizens and their families from Beirut following his visit to Lebanon. The minister reaffirmed the Foreign Ministry's commitment to coordinating with relevant state agencies to support Egyptians in Lebanon and ensure their safe return. Abdel-Ati emphasized that despite the tense security situation in Beirut, the Egyptian embassy remains operational, continuing to provide essential consular services and necessary assistance to Egyptians in Lebanon. Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati has reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to preserving Lebanon's sovereignty and territorial integrity during his ongoing meetings with Lebanese officials, including Prime Minister Najib Mikati. Abdel-Ati and Mikati discussed Egypt's efforts to secure an immediate ceasefire in both Lebanon and Gaza, viewing it as crucial for regional de-escalation. Abdel-Ati emphasized Egypt's strong support for Lebanon and its condemnation of Israeli attacks on the country. He also highlighted Egypt's continuous efforts through communications with the regional and international stakeholders to push for the full implementation of UN Security Council Resolution 1701, particularly enabling the Lebanese army to return to the south. The 45th Cairo International Film Festival kicked off yesterday with numerous stars in attendance to celebrate the magic of cinema and show solidarity with the Palestinian and Lebanese causes. Festival president and renowned actor Hussein Fahmy announced that last year's event was postponed in support of Gaza. Fahmy emphasized that the Palestinian cause remains Egypt's cause, symbolizing justice and dignity, and reaffirmed Egypt's strong support for Lebanon, which has endured prolonged hardship. The ceremony began with a powerful Palestinian-themed performance with traditional shawls covering the stage and the song Palestinian setting the tone for the event. To comment on the opening ceremony of the Cairo International Film Festival, we're joined from Cairo by Mohammed Nabil, Director of the Horizons of Arab Cinema Program at the Cairo International Film Festival. Mr. Mohammed, welcome to Qnews. We're so glad to have you with us. I want to start by asking you if you could describe the opening ceremony of the Cairo International Film Festival yesterday.
Greetings, everyone. In fact, yesterday we inaugurated the 45th edition of the Cairo International Film Festival. In fact, there was a Palestinian theme prevailing over the entire festival. This was a move from the administration of the festival in order to do that and to inaugurate the festival without much celebrations and to place Palestine at the epicenter of the festival, in fact.
I would like to shed light on the Palestinian cause. Can you tell us more about the Palestinian cinema over the past few years?
In fact, the Palestinian cinema keeps on impressing us with new works of art. It as well keeps on presenting new talents. And despite all the turmoil and the ordeals that the Palestinians are going through, in fact, we keep seeing a lot of great works of art, like the movie Ahlam Abira or Passing Dreams. And in fact, around 42 short films are going to be presented in the festival that were all filmed during the war. And as well, these films, they're going to be critiqued, and they're going, an arbitration committee is going to look into these films, and they're going to receive festivals, or to receive awards.
Now, sir, if you can expand more on the Horizons of Arab Cinema program, and if you can tell us which films are nominated within this program.
In fact, this year we have 14 long movies ranging from narrative to documentary movies, in addition to 6 additional films in the rest of the competitions, and a lot of financial rewards that can amount to $25,000 are appropriated for these films. We have films from Saudi Arabia, 2 films from Lebanon, some films from Syria, in addition to Egyptian ones, of course. And we have 10 international shows that are going to be presented through this program for the first time in the world. And as well, we don't just present financial reward, but as well accolades of excellence for filmmakers and actors and actresses. In fact, the program is a mega program, and in fact, it is going to receive a lot of international attention.
That was Mohammed Nabil, Director of the Horizons of Arab Cinema program at the Cairo International Film Festival from Cairo. Thank you so much for your insights. Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdelati and Ramatni Lamamra, the personal envoy of the UN Secretary General for Sudan, have discussed the latest developments in Sudan and ways to address the ongoing crisis. Minister Abdelati emphasized Egypt's commitment to actively participating in regional and international efforts to resolve the conflict, protect Sudan's sovereignty, and alleviate the suffering of its people. He also outlined Egypt's efforts to de-escalate tensions, including hosting the Sudan Neighboring Countries Summit in July 2023 and facilitating a meeting of Sudanese political and civil forces in July 2024. Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdel Ati has described the Cairo-Cape Town land link project as a key symbol of bilateral and continental cooperation between Egypt and South Africa, strengthening the connection between the North and South of Africa. In a joint press conference with South Africa's Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Ronald Lamola, Abdel Ati highlighted future collaboration opportunities, including efforts to reform and develop the African Union and enhance the role of BRICS member states. Deputy Prime Minister for Human Development and Minister of Health and Population, Khaled Abdel Ghaffar, has met with Minister of Planning, Rania Al-Mashat, to discuss supporting women's economic empowerment within the National Population Strategy. The ministers also reviewed the vision of various ministries and national councils involved in the economic empowerment programs for Egyptian women. Minister Abdel Ghaffar announced the formation of a permanent committee tasked with developing a unified program bringing together all relevant parties to achieve the goals of economic empowerment for women. Minister of Social Solidarity, Maya Mursi, has announced November's disbursement of cash support and under the Takaful and Karama program, which is set to reach 4.7 million families in the coming days with a value of over £3 billion. Disbursements will be available in the early hours of Friday morning through ATMs, electronic payments, and government transactions. Cash support will be provided to 4.7 million vulnerable families, impacting roughly 22 million citizens, with a budget of £41 billion annually. In a press conference held today, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has highlighted the latest report from the Central Bank of Egypt, which showed a significant rise in remittances from Egyptians abroad, describing it as an extremely positive indicator for the country's economy. Madbouli affirmed that despite global challenges, Egypt's economic situation remains stable and meets all financial obligations on time. He also introduced a national strategy for climate change and sustainable development and emphasized that these strategies are essential to ensure Egypt's continued economic stability. The Central Bank of Egypt has announced that its Computing Incident Response Team and the Financial Sector Computing Incident Response Team secured first place in the specialized drills at the Regional Cybersecurity Competition for Arab and OIC member states. The CBE's teams achieved top rankings in several drills, including threat hunting, ransomware attack, defense, and the SOC Analyst Challenge. Fodel Marzouk, chairman of the Ready-Made Garments Export Council, has announced Egypt's ready-made garment exports reached $2.043 billion from January to September, an 18% increase from last year. Marzouk highlighted the Destination Africa initiative, aiming to position Egypt as a key hub for supplying garments, fibers, yarns, and accessories across the continent. He also emphasized Egypt's strong reputation for producing high-quality cotton, which supports the sector's success. Egypt's Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources, Karim Badawi, has reaffirmed the government's commitment to developing the country's mining sector. Minister Badawi emphasized Egypt's goal of transforming the sector, which currently contributes approximately 1% to the national GDP. He outlined ambitious plans to increase this contribution to between 5 and 6% in the medium term, driven by efforts to create a more attractive investment environment and capitalize on substantial opportunities within the mining industry. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here's what we've been covering. President El-Sisi holds talks with South Africa's Lamola on regional developments and Palestinian support. Foreign Minister Abdel Ati reaffirms Egypt's commitment to Lebanon's sovereignty in meetings with officials. And the 45th Cairo International Film Festival kicks off with stars in attendance, showing solidarity with Palestine and Lebanon. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Q News for the latest developments, and thank you so much for watching.